Hi, welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. I'm Grace Baroni, and today I am delighted to have with us as our guest Bob Roccanti from Raspberries Records. Bob, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Grace. It's great to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. This is great. I always, visit you in your shop, and this is the first time we've sat down somewhere else and been able to have a conversation. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I have to tell you that I absolutely love your record shops, and I am so excited to hear that vinyl is having this moment. Tell us a little bit about what led you to open up these shops. And there is this passion for music that comes from you.
There is. So I've always loved music, listening to records way back when I was a kid, probably started maybe 10 years old, first record player. And then, of course, life has a lot of different ways to pull you away. And so I went through stretches where I probably didn't listen to too much music, certainly vinyl. Mm-hmm. And then vinyl started coming back a little bit, and I was more intrigued, pulled out my records, started playing them. And then by the time I retired in 2022, I had kind of made up my mind that, wouldn't it be cool to have a little record store? Mm-hmm. Certainly wasn't looking at it to raise a family on or get rich, anything like that, but just to have a place where I could kind of go and hang out and listen to music and maybe make a few dollars selling records. So I did that back in, like I said, May of 2022, and it kind of caught the whole vinyl craze right at a good time. Mm-hmm. And there was a big kind of a buzz going on, and immediately, as soon as we opened the doors, the first couple days, we started seeing people streaming in. We did some advertising, but we didn't go crazy. Kind of word of mouth picked up a little bit. And then as we started progressing, a couple of months down the road, started looking a little bit more at, probably should advertise a little bit more, start getting a website presence and all those things, and which we did. But I was as amazed as a lot of people were that vinyl had really kind of come back, and not just baby boomer type of customers.
No.
A lot of younger folks were really intrigued and excited, because you got to figure a lot of these younger listeners, they had only experienced music through their cell phones. Mm-hmm. And that was their stereo. So when they actually got a chance to listen to music via vinyl, I think it was like a real wow moment for them. And then they kind of got the buzz or the craze, kind of like how we did when we were young.
Mm-hmm. And whenever I've stopped in, it just runs from, folks in their 20s, mid-20s, to the rest of us.
Right.
It's a wide range of folks that you always find in there. And I love the thrill of going through the albums. And you pull up a cover, and it's like, mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, do you remember this? And it was on the cover of the Rolling Stone, or all sorts of things. And you start talking to complete strangers. Oh, that was my first concert. And it's just like this great place that brings everybody together. And music does do that.
Yeah.
And
it's been really the perfect business for us, because we've yet to have any irate customers or people screaming. And, I came from a background, I was working in the wireless industry, and where it was really common to see customers coming into stores, and they were upset about their bill, or they were upset because their phone was not working properly. And with vinyl, people come in and they're happy, they're excited, and they, everyone leaves with a smile. And we've been fortunate. Started off alone, just myself working in there, and then it didn't take long before I realized I needed to start building a little bit of a staff. Mm-hmm. I was blessed, some really good hires, really committed, that loved it probably as much or more than I did. So we kind of built on that, and then which led to our second location, which was opened in 2024.
Yep.
In East Longmeadow. Mm-hmm. And it was a little scary growing, because a lot of people said, even friends, they would say, "Really, you're going to open another store?" aren't you retired? I said, well, I am, but I said, I think there's definitely a market for it, and the stores are only 7 miles apart, but totally different customer base as far as what's selling. Something that sells in Ludlow may not be moving in East Longmeadow and vice versa. So it's been great, interesting, and we are definitely on the growth mode right now.
Absolutely.
And it's been exciting. Like
There's
I said,
a line to get in there.
Yeah. We had some lines this past weekend on Saturday for Record Store Day, and it was a long day. We started off. I got there at 6:30. We opened the doors at 8:00. Our first customer was in line at 2 a.m. And then a bunch of folks started lining up around 5 to 6. And it was kind of exciting. We had Record Store Day was 380 plus releases that could not be sold until 8 a.m. on April 18th. And they were all limited edition, special editions. And a lot of people had to have them. And they waited in line to make sure that they got their selections of vinyl.
How fabulous.
Yeah, it was exciting.
I love it. Where does your love for music come from? Did you play in a band?
I never played in a band.
Really?
I wanted to play in a band.
See, I thought you might have.
No, I never played, and a lot of people ask me that as well. I had a drum. I got a drum set early on, kind of a cheap drum set, and then I thought I was pretty good, but I certainly wasn't good enough to play in any bands. And then I ended up getting a guitar, and I kind of taught myself a little bit how to play that. And then I expanded and got a better drum set, thinking maybe I could, and I still have the drums. Every so often I'll pull them out and pound on them. But I prefer to play, put on a record and just play along with an album, try to kind of sound like their drummer, Aerosmith or the Cars or things like that, the Beatles. So.
Well, I think you're amazing. And you keep saying retired, and I'm like, you are definitely the least retired person I know. You're a very busy man. You are really committed to the Ludlow Cultural Council. You have done some amazing things there with the concerts in the park, which is why I always said to myself, I think he's a musician. He is just so in love and passionate about music and sharing that with everyone. It's a blessing, again.
Well, thank you. The Cultural Council was something that I definitely wanted to get involved with. I saw the tie-in with the arts, and certainly music. And music is a big part of the arts. The summer concert series that we have in place now. In fact, I'm happy to say that we've got all the bands are locked in for 2026 summer. I believe our first show starts second week in June, and that'll run all the way through September. Complete with food trucks. It's a great event in town. We've kind of modeled it after some of the towns that have done very well with them. Wilbraham has a nice program. East Longmeadow has a great summer concert series. So we're trying to bring in all different types of music. This year we've expanded. We've got some power pop. We've got some classic rock. We have a great blues band coming in. We've got our Grateful Dead cover band, The Lobsters from Mars. We've got some singer-songwriters, Lisa Martin. We've got some Irish music, Billy Egan. So we kind of diversify, so there's something for everybody. And I know, Grace, you've been a great part of it as well. I mean, you're on the board as well with the Cultural Council, and you bring a lot of great knowledge and experience to really guide us, which I appreciate.
Well, thank you. That's very kind. But you really have been, I think, a driving force. Everyone on the committee is fabulous, and they are really committed to growing this and making it a great program where we all come out. And it has become that. And it is from your vision and, again, your passion for finding the right music and offering that variety that brings everybody out. We're not just always offering the same genre, right? It's just, and that again, thanks to you. So great job. I don't know where you find the time for everything, because I got to tell you, the record shops they're just amazing. And again, it's a great way to bring people together. And when I saw the photos from the vinyl, was it Vinyl Saturday, I think?
It was Record Store Day,
Saturday.
yes.
Okay, Friday. It was just fantastic. It's like, look it, everyone's coming out. It reminds me when we used to line up to get concert tickets.
Right, yeah.
You know, we'd be at the Eastfield Mall outside of Steers because
Yep.
they had it was just, and it's great reminiscing with people. And that's what happens when you're in the shop.
I was in the store this morning, and a couple came in, and they were from Boston. They were down here visiting her mom in a nursing home, and they stopped over, and they were amazed. They spent quite a bit of money, and one of the last things she said to me was, she said, "I really appreciate you being here. If we were going to buy these records in around the Boston area, they'd probably be double." So that was kind of a nice thing to hear. I think our prices are in line, and that's, you know, one of the things that I kind of pride myself on is we price things up the right way. I never get anyone saying, "Oh, your prices are too high," or "Oh, why is this so much money?" A lot of the newer records, they are costly, but we sell a lot of pre-owned records, and we price them right, and so somebody can go in there with on a budget and still walk away with some pretty darn good selections. So I don't believe in trying to get like the top actual dollar on every single thing you sell. I think I think you have to have a really a good model to I think to get people coming back.
I've always thought your pricing was fabulous. I never thought to question it. It's always been affordable. You can add to your collection. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing the gift of music to Ludlow, to East Longmeadow, because the two stores really are incredible. And I thank you for sharing this with us today. Now, what about for folks at home listening? Well, and they want more information.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good website. It's raspberriesrecords.com, where there's information about both locations there. We've got some, Facebook pages, Instagram, things like that. But we're definitely trying to get more information out there. We do advertise on some of the local publications, some of the local radio stations, but we really hope to get our website really more engaged, so possibly having an online store where folks can go in and order records and CDs and things like that. That's kind of our goal for 2026.
Okay. And our viewers can go to ERC5.com and find you in our member directory. So that's a start too.
Yes. Thank
you. Bob, thank you so much for being with us today. This was a pleasure, and we'll have to have you come back and update us on how the summer concert series went.
Sure. Grace,
Let's do
thanks
that.
so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being
it.
here. Yep. And thank you for joining us for Conversations with the ERC5. If you'd like to be our next guest here at Stonegate Studios in Wilbraham, visit our website, erc5.com, and you may sign up there.